So, guys, cheap versus expensive solar controller, which one should you go for? Hmm. Uh, to be honest, there are a lot of, not like thousands of brands when it comes to solar controller OEM slash manufacturer so far. And my preferred one is basically going for a product that has a brand, or like going for those cheap one in China, which definitely their name isn't valid. You can get access to their website or basically have a support for any of their certified engineers. However, the other side, I'm not denying the fact that at sometimes looking at it from a budget perspective, those controller can be very useful to your project. And over to the downside of it, at the same time, it can cause a lot of damage to your system as well. Uh, we all know the cost of battery in the market right now, from gel battery, deep cycle battery, lithium, etc. Battery, irrespective of the OEM, and the it all boils down to same raw material that is being used to manufacture the battery. So definitely the price difference is not going to be that much at time. Basically, the reason why some are more expensive than the other basically just for the casing aspect and brand as a whole. So getting yourself a chip controller it's a no go area for me. Yeah, definitely no go area for me. And although in as much as my trust for cheap controller is zero because in the past I've used a lot of them, and trust me on this one, it didn't work out well as expected. Just like me getting called from my client that the battery had installed not up to 2 weeks or even a month, the battery got swollen. Basically, I'm guessing the battery got swollen due to excess charge. And the battery doesn't those controllers doesn't have the more like the capacity to regulate the power coming from the PV array in terms of if the battery are being filled up. Just keep giving the battery direct current to it. And my other red flag for cheap controllers as well is the fact that they they has this annoying picture of it. It's more like they keep draining your battery at night. I don't know the right engineering formula to explain that to you. It's more like with chip controller during the day, battery can be pretty can get a pretty good decent charge from the panel of the at night it reverse the battery, reverse the power straight back to the controller. So basically, that is just my red flag for chip controller as a whole. It's a no go area for me, and if you are definitely going to give it a try, it's a problem. But however, you definitely gonna see some details from. I think you see this one right here on the screen. Uh, basically, this controller that's been posted by vendor on Jumia, and although they did give you very brief details comes to adverts, it's more like it has a feature of non-reverse current. And if you look underneath the review, you see one of the customer right there complained that the controller itself drained his battery during night, and you can clearly see the advert from the vendor denying that telling you that the battery has that protection feature. And however, from more like customer vendor aspect, you can't really do anything because Jimmy had have a policy of return policy of it's 7 days. And well, I think before that guy came out to make such complaint, it might have tested more than 7 days. And The annoying part is that you cannot communicate with the OEM directly because the brand is not well known. They don't have a website where you can complain about short stuff. So basically, there is not a bit of a regulation there at large because this company they are more like small business in China where they just design a product out and send to their African neighboring country like Nigeria, Ghana, etc. And since there's no regulation in our market here, correct me if I'm wrong, there might be some regulation, but since the body are not doing anything about it, uh, about this cheap product flooding in our market, so you can't do anything. So my prefer I think uh sorry, I just want to correct something in terms of cheap. Let's say this way, they are cheapest, they are cheap and they're expensive. It's more like this is something some control that they are really cheap. Those are no go for me. Then you get those of like the middle class where you see brand like Felicity, Yokohama, etc. Then in terms of expensive, we are looking at Schneider, Vitrum, etc. So those brands are pretty expensive. So that's just it. Cheap controller, no go area. And if speaking from an experience point of view, I would recommend you to go to cheap. I would recommend you to go anywhere close to cheap controller because they are the damage they can give to cost in the long run is pretty much an eyesight. So just back off. So guys, if you really enjoy content like this, please don't forget to leave your message if you have any message in the comment box below, and please just subscribe. Try encourage the channel. It really do a lot for us. There on YouTube, especially uh, those of us trying to get the milestone of 1,000 subscribers. So guys, please share, subscribe, and one thing I actually tell myself every day is no one is perfect. More like you can always better your best or the previous. So if there's any way you feel I've made a mistake on my explanation, please do it to correct me. If I'm open to correction. Yeah, that's an open to correction. So if you feel I've made any mistake during my point of communication with you, or even about cheap controller with expensive one, you're free. Yeah, you're free. The comment box is all yours. Or better still, you can go to my profile. You see my email address there. You can send me a mail if you want. But I'll do it to change that as well. So, guys, please tell me what kind of video you like to see next on this channel. And stay blessed. Peace.